insurance, she said contracts, and she said discipline. These three things are the biggest things that we kind of forego. And when we do forego them, it comes back to bite us at the end of the day. Contracts don't have to be 99 pages long. Like Kianna said, it's just a communication that says, this is what I'm going to do, this is what you're going to do, and this is what we're both going to get. Do we agree? We both sign it. Yes, we agree. So Kianna, if I have a service-based business that's strictly online, I still need insurance?
You still need insurance, yes. And say you're a coach, this is a good example. You're a coach and you talk to your client and some personal things come up, right? She's like, you know what? I just feel like, I have all these things to do in my business. I'm overwhelmed. I'm feeling a little depressed. I just don't know the next step. And you're like, hey, maybe you should see a therapist. Like, I'm a coach, maybe you should see a therapist. What if that person doesn't, right? And she ends up, God forbid, taking a bottle of pills. And now she's like, well, I'm suing because you were my coach and I got depressed and you didn't help me. Well, I told you to see a therapist. I told you I was just a coach. But people can sue, right? People can do what they want. People can sue for anything. And so if they feel like you did not live up to your end of your coaching responsibilities and that was all virtual, they can still decide, I'm going to sue you. And so your insurance company would step in at that point. And so even if you have a virtual business, if you're ever interfacing with a person, you need to have insurance.
Got you. So Kianna, tell us any last thoughts, any last encouragements, and then you can also tell us what you have for us to take advantage of today and how we can connect.
Yeah, sure. Last points, I would say just stay encouraged in your business. You talked about it earlier about needing perseverance, and I would say just definitely stay encouraged. Issues and problems will come up. That does not mean that entrepreneurship is not for you. It just means that you're in a season and that God is building you up in your resiliency. Invest in yourself. Don't leave yourself off the table. I see so many people do that. They invest in everybody else but themselves. I will also say, I believe that entrepreneurship is for everyone. I believe that that's God's best for us. But I believe that we should have multiple streams of income. And entrepreneurship looks different depending on where you are in life. In terms of how to reach me, I'm accessible I'm usually on Facebook. I'm on Facebook under my name, Kianna Chennault. I'm trying to get better with IG, but I'm not the best with being present on there. But my handle on there is KC, as in my initials, KC Solves. And then my website is ChennaultLaw.com. As far as what I'm offering, starting in March, I have a business/law course that I'll be offering. It's called Push Next Level. And it's a compliance course for entrepreneurs, because what I find is a lot of people, they start, right? They may start legally, but then they kind of fall to the wayside. And so once you have a business, look, the Bible says to whom much is given, much is required, right? So now you have the business, now you have to stay compliant. And so are you keeping your meeting minutes? Are you having your meetings? Is your insurance still up to date? Do you have contracts that you use and do they need to be updated? So we're going to be talking about all those things and really getting all those things into place if you don't have them. Are you paying your annual registration? So it's a legal compliance course for people who have already started their businesses. If you're interested in that, definitely let me know. And besides that, I offer just business services. If you're being sued, if you need to sue someone, I also offer those type of services in terms of business and of course civil rights as well.
And Kianna, thank you so much for sharing and hanging out with us today.
For sure.
Make sure you guys head on over to the Female Coaches, Consultants, and Content Creators group on Facebook to hang out with me there. You'll get more of these interviews. You get to watch. I don't know if you're watching or listening right now, but if you're just listening, you can watch in the group and vice versa. And I would love to see you guys in that community. So thank you for hanging out with us, and we'll see you next week on another episode of the Brittany Smith Podcast. Bye.
Bye.